Have you ever felt invisible, like no one could see the fire inside you? This is the story of Sarah Johnson, the young woman whose hidden words changed her life forever. To Sarah, her worn leather journal wasn't just paper and ink. It was a safe place, a secret world where her heart whispered its dreams, too fragile to be spoken aloud. Every sunrise, she held it close, as if it carried the part of her that the world had yet to see. But by day, Sarah faced a reality that drained her. Long hours in a crowded office, endless paperwork under buzzing fluorescent lights, co-workers who barely noticed her. She was present, but she felt invisible. Her talent stayed buried under reports and routine, while her spirit longed for something greater. Each night, she carried her thoughts home in silence. Sometimes the rain matched her mood, pouring down as she clutched her journal on the walk home. Inside its pages, she poured her tears, her questions, and her quiet hope that life could be more than this. It was her way of surviving, of keeping her dreams alive, when the world gave her no reason to believe. But one night, something shifted. Frustration turned into fire. Her pen moved furiously, words spilling onto the page, not in despair, but in courage. For the first time, Sarah believed her voice deserved to be heard. And that belief lit a spark that would change everything. With trembling hands, she typed her article. It wasn't perfect, it wasn't polished, but it was real. And with one deep breath, Sarah hit send. In that moment, her private world stepped into the unknown. What followed was the hardest part, waiting. Days stretched into weeks. The calendar pages flipped, coffee cups piled up. Her doubts grew heavier. Was her voice too small, too ordinary? Or had her words simply vanished into silence? Then, one ordinary afternoon, it happened. An email arrived. Someone had read her words, and they wanted more. Sarah's heart raced. Her voice was no longer hidden. Her articles began to spread. In cafes, strangers she had never met were nodding as they read her thoughts, smiling at her honesty. Inspired by her courage, people were listening. For the first time, Sarah's voice carried weight beyond the pages of her journal. And then came the moment she had never dared to imagine. A publishing company wrote to her. They offered her a position, believing in her talent, ready to give her words a platform. Sarah sat stunned, tears in her eyes, as her journal, once her silent refuge, became the key to her new future. At sunrise, she stood on a rooftop, journal raised proudly to the sky. The city stretched wide before her, glowing with possibility. Her struggles had become strength. Her silence had become a voice. Sarah Johnson had broken through, and as the sun set on one chapter of her life, another began. Walking across the bridge at sunset, journal tucked safely in her bag, she carried not just her story, but the courage to keep writing new ones. She had discovered the power of her voice, and it had changed her life forever. And maybe it can change yours too. Your voice matters. Your story matters. Just like Sarah, you have something the world needs to hear. The question is, will you dare to share it? What chapter will you write next?